Open InDesign and click the button labeled Create New. Notice the units on the right-hand side. The default dimensions are defined in picas, which is a unit of measurement used in print. A document that's 51 picas by 66 picas is the same as a typical 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Click the Print tab, select Letter, and you can change the units to inches to be absolutely sure. Click Create to open the document. Once inside the document, you'll need to know the controls for moving around. Firstly, to pan up and down, simply scroll. You can pan left and right if you move your mouse over the bottom scroll bar, but nobody does that. Instead, hold down the spacebar and drag the document around. Now let's zoom in. InDesign has a zoom tool, which you can toggle by pressing Z. Just select the area you want to zoom into, and InDesign will zoom into that area. However, I find this approach cumbersome to use, and thankfully InDesign supports the same zoom methods that nearly all Adobe Creative Cloud applications use. Just hold down Alt and scroll. It's either the Option or Command key on Mac, I'm not sure. I tend to avoid Apple products at all costs. Say you want your document to be balanced across the Y-axis. You can easily do this with grids, and Photoshop and Illustrator have this feature as well. Since we know our document is 8.5 inches wide, we know that we need a grid at the 4 1/4 inch point. Simply click inside the ruler along the left side and drag towards the center of the document. A number will appear near your mouse telling you the X coordinate of where the grid currently is. Drag the grid to the halfway point and release the mouse. Easy. You can add as many grids as you like along both the X and Y axis. Let's add some text. Choose the Type tool by pressing T or by selecting the tool on the toolbar. This is where InDesign differs from Photoshop. You need to first draw a box to designate the region where you want the text to occupy. This will help later when keeping everything balanced. The defaults never work for us. Let's change the font, spacing, and kerning of our text. First, press Ctrl A to select everything inside our text box. I believe it's Command A for Mac, but again, I'm not certain. Look at the Properties tab on the right of the screen. Under the Character section, we can change the font and spacing of the text. Let's change the font to Futura Bold, set it to 25 point, and set the line leading to 48. Note that the bottom line might disappear, and this is because it's gone outside of the range we predefined. This little red box will appear if that happens. You can easily change this by extending the text box boundaries with the Select tool. Press V or Escape. We can change the kerning, which is the spacing between letters. Click so that the cursor is between the two letters and change the value in the kerning box, which is indicated by the V/A icon. Notice that the letters have moved closer or farther apart. We can change the kerning for all of our text by changing the tracking value. Select all of the text with Ctrl A and change the value in the tracking box to the right of the kerning box. InDesign allows you to save formatting for future use. Once you're happy with your text, click Create Style under the Text Style section in Properties and type the name of your new style. You can delete unused styles by choosing Manage Styles and clicking the trash icon. There are countless useful keystrokes within InDesign, but let's go over some of the most useful. First, undoing. InDesign's undo keystroke is a tad different from other Adobe products. In InDesign, the traditional Ctrl-Z will undo an action, and Ctrl-Shift-Z will redo the action, or think of it as undoing the undo. Secondly, duplicating layers. This is a near universal Adobe Creative Cloud feature. To duplicate a layer, simply select it with the Select tool, press V, and hold down Alt, or Command on a Mac, and drag your mouse. InDesign is an incredibly powerful program, and there's so much I haven't covered. This tutorial should be enough to get you started, so go ahead, open InDesign, and have fun.